Good morning, this is Tiffany, and I'm going to do a makeup tutorial this morning. Hopefully you'll be able to see me better when I learn to use my new camera, but for now we're using the old iPhone. So I'll just get started. First off, I think I'm going to have a lot of activities today that are causing sweat. So I'm going to use my Urban Decay 24-hour sweat-proof, waterproof foundation. I may have went a bit heavy-handed with it today, I'm not sure. I know you're supposed to blot, but this seems so time consuming is the word I was looking for. Believe it or not, I've been using my fingers instead of a blender sponge, but from everything I can tell, you definitely want to use the sponge for a smooth outcome. Like right now, using this as a mirror, I just see a lot of spaces I missed. Like here, here, here. I feel like I look like a tired turtle this morning. I don't think I need to blend down because I think the match is pretty well done. I don't know if I have pink or yellow undertone, and I suppose I could go to Sephora and have them use that special skin checker to find out the real deal. But I'm going to stick with this. It's probably ivory or fair beige, if I had to guess a color for me, and I have a lot of redness that I like to cover up. I was looking into a primer, and I did forget my primer. Oh, dang it. Well, a first video and a first big mistake. Big shocker. Okay, as I look, I'm just gonna do some little slides that probably nobody does, but I'm paranoid that I don't have it smooth enough. So we'll just cheat this way and make other makeup artists get up out of their seats. Well, I'm hoping that's what they'll do because I'm looking for tips. Anyway, we'll put that aside. So now I have right here my Tarte Shape Tape, which is all I ever hear about on the True Makeup Artist. The only thing I think is different for a person who is older and can't have things grabbing their wrinkles is I don't believe that I should bake things. I think that would be a horrible mistake. I'm seeing that went way up. Not intentional. I'm not seeing the coverage that I would like to see either, so I probably didn't put enough of this down. If you don't lay it down, it can't cover it up. That's not a new saying, that's just a reality. And see, I don't think this is a drastic enough color to actually give a lot of boost in that highlighting realm. So we'll just keep going and see what we end up with. I know I'm interested in seeing what it is because I might not even use the footage. Okay, looks pretty smooth to me. All right, what do I want to use as the next step? Oh, I do want to use some setting powder just to set the makeup a little. Just want to avoid key areas. I'm going to use Makeup Forever, and it's a translucent. I don't think it has flashback. If it does, well then shame on me. I noticed a lot came out with the travel, so I'm just going to try to tap into this. And this isn't the brush you'd usually use. It's just me using a brush I like. So I'm not going to make those bake lines that you see because I don't believe it's good for an older eye. I tried to get someone to kindly answer that question, but I guess for whatever reason my question wasn't interesting enough, or maybe not appropriate where it was. You know, maybe you're just supposed to say, hey, you look great, girl, and go with that. But I'm happy going down my nose, that's fine. And I'm happy because I don't have a lot of smoker's wrinkles around here. So I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I know those are a beast, and for a while I did actually use cigarettes as a way of coping. So we're gonna put this up. The next I'm gonna do is, for me, this is just my routine, is I'm going to use a quick kit of brushes from Sephora, and this is Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. It has a lot of range and colors, and it smells delicious. I always do the fishy face. I might even be getting the angle totally off right now. A little nervous, gotta admit it. And then just take a nice light color. And this is probably the nightmare sequence. Everyone goes, ew, don't do it, don't do it. But I have a buffer brush. I may not know how to do this, but I know how to buff it out. And I don't know if this is just going too far, but because of my weight, I like to go in on that jaw and that chin and just give it a little bit extra. And then I just kind of warm the face all the way around. And this is low, yeah. I could have went quite a bit higher with this. Let's see how low this one is. This one doesn't feel as bad. This one feels terrible. Okay, so we're gonna end it with Park Avenue Princess. Put that away. And we're gonna go for the Sephora kit, the buffer brush. This is where you make all the wrongs seem right, which might be a reason to actually use this brush first. I don't know. All I know is I don't want to end up looking like a brownie. All bronze and no change. So I'm going under that chin. Don't know if I'm seeing a lot of results from that. And again, rubbing in this, rubbing in anything from there. And that'll be that. Okay, so I've successfully used my little cheap brushes from Sephora today. I might have to pull this one out for double duty. I do need to put on a little bit of blush. For blush, I'm going to use NARS in Orgasm. Such a pretty blush. I don't think you can go wrong with this color, but I'll try. Just kidding. Most people I see put just on the apples, which may be a good thing to do rather than going all the way up. Now I've made it such an issue that I need to go and buff out the line from the blush, just so it gets in there and it's happy. How many times have you said it's happy to your makeup? I think that's a first for me also. Happy makeup. Yay, so it's happy. I guess that's just a little of my silly personality coming out and my nervous personality. So what I wanted to do next is create an eye look. And I'm sticking to some small Sephora brushes again. Not my favorite choice. Well, okay. I'm gonna go with Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. It's just the same color as most concealers. They do have one that caught my attention. It is a satiny finish, kind of a beige sparkly. For some reason, they can't ship that flash 2-day, so I never wanted to get it because I didn't want to wait. So impatience has led me down this line of just a plain base. Now I do have a second one that I believe is Urban Decay as well. No, actually it's Too Faced. And when I put it on, I noticed a lot of drag, which meant even though I have wonderfully formatted eye makeup selections, they were dragging on, and there's nothing smooth about it. So I'll put this away. I kind of keep looking at my highlighter, which I know I can do later, and I also keep looking at my brows. Now for brows, I don't have a lot of brows, and I've never learned how to do a really good brow, so bear with me. This is just an inexpensive Maybelline Brow Drama. They don't make these anymore. I guess they found they're inferior, and they started a fiber wand instead, which is kind of scary. This one, I have a problem with this eye. I actually stepped off into a sunken living room and hit my face on a glass table and completely flipped out this eye over here where you can see my scar. I'm so self-conscious about that, but not much we're gonna do. I have something that does plump it up quite nicely, but the plump is just temporary, so there we go. Okay, so now I've got some basic eyebrows in, and I have several other products that I can use. For under eye, I have this Becca, and I can't read what it's for. It's an under eye brightener, and I'm just going to try that straight out of the pot and see if it looks good. I am noticing some sweat already right by my nose area. So when I went to put this on, I had some resistance. So all I know is dark circles are my friends in the morning. Seems like my eyes go down later in the day. I mean, the puffiness does. I'm probably the type of person who should get a cucumber out and just chill, or a little bag of tea, I don't know, one of those tricks, and use that, but I haven't. So we'll go for next. This is the primer I was going to use. It's Tarte Poreless, and it's supposed to be a mattifying 24-hour kind of deal. I forgot it, so we'll probably have lackluster results today. Okay, I'm just kind of going through what I've already put on. Oh, behind the scenes, I put on my SkinCeutical line, and it is a Scandinavian company, and it's wonderful. I had a makeover in Hawaii by a dermatologist. Shouldn't call it a makeover. It felt like one, but what it was a it was like a facial treatment. What am I thinking? I got a facial, and they used that, and I looked 10 years younger when I got out. So I've always stuck to that. Okay, looks like we're about ready to dig into our tiny set of brushes, which are inferior for almost any job, but I'm on a trip, so this is as best we're gonna get. I'm gonna use Violet Voss Like a Boss today, and I think I'm gonna tap into some peach tones and some of the maroons, and probably use that white just under my brow if I can create a better brow. So I will start with Serve and Fierce. They're these two colors right here. And you know, I've noticed that the people that hold their crease line brushes, they hold them out further. They have little or no drag. They get right up in there right away. This is something I'm learning as we speak. I don't know how my makeup's going to turn out for you today. The good news is, it is just a moment away that I can take and destroy this. I hate to do it because I really want to have something to put down so that you know I'm actually trying this, and I do want a cooperative. I feel like I'm at the point right now where they would use a transition shade, because I've been doing this for a few moments now, and I think I like the idea of the little round circles a lot too. I just hope I'm not over painting the eye. And this one, I don't know, this one seems a little different from the other one. Maybe it's an optical illusion. Okay, then I'm gonna go from, oh my gosh, I used Amazeballs and WCW. I don't know what that means. Now I'm gonna tap into Serve, and Fierce. That is where I meant to go next. So we're still going to use a wide swath of this color, just adding more dimension, and bringing this all together. Okay, and then for my actual lid, I'm going to use, I'll use for the corner, I'll use Work and Realness. Actually, maybe I'll just stick with Work. This, you can't see it very well. It's burgundy. And try to get this. Wow, I think I'm getting this in that corner for sure. I think I overdid it. What do you think? Work, you are working out to be a big bear. And then after I've gotten in that corner on each side, I'm gonna clean this brush off a little, and I'm gonna switch brushes because this is just applying way too much to everything. I'm gonna use just a traditional packing brush. Oh, I'm packing. Actually, I do have to pack again because we're going to another area. Okay, I'm not real satisfied with that. So I'm going to go in here with probably Realness. Yeah, Realness looks good. And I'm going to bring that across the lid. Sorry about the confusion in the colors. You probably won't even follow this because really what I'm trying to show you is that I am a very big novice, and I look forward to feedback and tips and anything that makes the outcome better. Okay, so if any of you out there are cringing right now, I don't blame you. So now I want to use a little of a lighter color, and I'll probably go in with Baddie and Hustle. They have never been touched. And just give it, actually I'm going to stick more with Hustle. It's a nice peach color. Kind of just lighten up this area. This is what I commonly do. I commonly go back and am apologetically trying to cover our bases with a little lighter tone. But it's getting so hard to blend. And this side I can't really see. Oh my gosh, I've got so much fallout. And wow, this is super pigmented. Okay, I need to use a brush and hopefully not apply this. I'm a little scared. Okay, you know what? It's not all that bad. I thought I was gonna be in for a big fat recipe for disaster, and instead I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, I don't like to go all the way up to the top of my eye, but something sends me there. So I'm taking a little bit of the swag, bringing it down into the corner. See, I think these are my ways of compensating for good technique. So I'll take swag, bring it from the corner, and take it all the way around. Okay, this isn't looking too scary right now. I think they're bearable. Okay, so I'm done with the Violet Voss deal. This is actually a tip I got from Sister James. Hi, sister. I know you won't be watching this because it'll make your hair fall out. But they were talking about using Top Yacht from Tarte. I think it's a metallic pot, to get these corners looking better than they did look. I'm chuckling. Oh, and I notice if you get this stuff in your eye, which I'm happily almost thoroughly into, it burns. So you can't see the color very well, but it's popped in the corners, so I'm done with that. Okay, now I have the distinct pleasure of kind of making my face a little drier, because it's happening, boys and girls. I'm probably perimenopausal and I have all that icky stuff. So my hair's been tied back. It's nothing special right now. In fact, I need to brush it and do it again. But what I want to do is just pop some Laura Geller swirly. Actually, it's the stuff that people use to clean up their brow. And when I get this done, I'm going to see if I can get a better look. Oh, and I haven't done my lips yet. Big surprise. Well, I want to finish this because it is getting long. And I know I have a short attention span. So why would you be any different? Again, going out to the outer creases. And let's see here. Okay. There is a mirror here with a light, but I just can't seem to find the right lighting for you. These are my eyes. These are my brows. I've got some blush action going on for days. And for lipstick, I would choose something I don't have right here. Hold on.